Hello. Well, very excited to be sporting my new 13th Avenue Media Advisor. True like it, true like it. I love, I love our new logo and our media company and the whole thing that's going on. But that is not the topic tonight. The topic is the power of empathy and just understanding and having an open mind. Sorry, I don't have the setting on my visor in it today. I want to fix it, but I'm not going to. Okay, staying focused. The reason I bring this up is there was an early morning meeting that I attended this morning with different practitioners, and it was fabulous. I love being in a room full of health empowered doctors, health coaches, yoga instructors, speech pathologists, like across the gamut. Really, really great. Wonderful kind of roundtable discussion just about how we can collaborate and help each other and be mindful and practice mindfulness and opening new businesses and what it's like. And just that feeling of like, you don't want to be alone when you're opening a new business. So I'm not opening a new business, but there are a lot of practitioners today that are doing so. And it's not so easy to do it on your own. So why not have a team, a tribe of people around you that can help elevate you, lift you, and get you where you need to be faster? So that said, we were going around the room and just diverse crew, right? And one physician was very opinionated on one matter of a practice of medicine. And there was this little riff going on. Nothing major, nothing I couldn't interject and say, let's have that discussion later. But it really was interesting to witness professionals that just judge too quick. You know, it's easier to judge than to understand. It's easier to come to your own assumptions than to take the time to understand maybe somebody else's thought process or why they feel so strongly on an issue. And instead, it was like egos collide. And listen, I could watch that all day. Just wasn't appropriate at the time. And it wasn't a big deal. You know, we've all moved on, but we really do in this, especially in the medical industry. I say that because that's the one I'm in, but you could apply it to any industry. I've said the same thing to my husband about being a UPS man until I understood what it meant to park his truck behind my car for 30 seconds, that's all it was going to take was 30 seconds. I didn't have to be a lunatic and wail on the horn like I used to in New York. Well, I did it twice. All right, maybe 3 times here in Florida too. Before I met Rob, and before I understood that it only takes them about 30 seconds to go in, drop a package off, and leave. And instead, I have to act like a complete moron. No. Now I understand. And now when I see that happening, I'm like, oh boy, you're going to feel so silly one day when somebody sits down and explains to you about what it's like to be a UPS man. But I could date this back all the way to when I was in New York working at New York Medical. And we had 11 offices and all these satellite offices. And when any of our team members would complain about somebody or another office or another doctor or another physical therapist or an acupuncturist, a neurologist, whatever it was, an office manager, that happened a lot. Why don't you go there and actually see what it's like? You know, really understanding somebody's business, understanding why people say and act the way that they do is way more empowering than you would think. So I've applied that in my own life and in business for many, many years. So I always listen and I try to get an understanding of people's opinion. It doesn't mean I have to agree. But it doesn't mean like I'm right about everything. No, it means that we can agree to disagree. So having empathy and an open mind is really very beneficial in business. And especially I find in the medical world, because there are a ton of medical practitioners that collide because they just don't understand. Just because they're not MD doesn't mean they don't have the same rights as you do to practice in a way that they feel is just. Maybe they've gotten certified somewhere else. Maybe they're a chiropractor. Maybe they're a health coach. Maybe, who knows, right? Maybe they're a DO versus an MD. It goes on and on and on. And it's interesting to observe. But really, I think it is best suited that we all have empathy and that we understand each other before we make a judgment. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye and leave you with my 13th Avenue Media hat or visor. I hope you like it. I love it. Check us out on 13th Ave.